Right, this is just to give you some ideas about the entry to speaking test part 3. It's all about describing and comparing. In this part of the test, the assessor will give you 2 photos and you need to describe each photo. Just say what you can see, but try to give as much detail as you can and also your personal experiences, your personal ideas. Okay? When you've described the first 2 pictures, then you need to say which one is better and why. Okay? For example, shopping at the market is better than shopping at the supermarket because the fruit and vegetables are fresher. Okay? Now, don't just say, in the first picture, I can see fish and chips, and in the second picture, I can see a rice dish. Maybe it's Indian or Bangladeshi. There's a lot more that you can say about fish and chips than just that. Okay? Where is it from? How often do you eat it? Can you eat it in a restaurant or takeaway? Can you cook it at home? Okay? And then think about the same thing with the rice dish. So in the first picture, I can see fish and chips. I don't eat fish and chips very often. You can buy it from a fish and chip shop. Normally, you take it away. I don't like it very much, or I only like it sometimes. In the second picture, I can see a rice dish. Maybe it's an Indian or Bangladeshi dish. I think it could be biryani. Looks like vegetable biryani. You can eat this in a restaurant. You can take it away. You can order it for delivery, or you can make it yourself. Normally, I make it myself. Describe as much as you can in each picture, one at a time. There is a big supermarket in the picture. It looks like one in Bedford. I drive there once a week. I go shopping with my car. I spend about £100 on food, and I find it very expensive, but it has everything, not just food, but also children's clothes, books, and things like that. The other one is a small shop. It's closer to my house. I can walk there. It's cheap, but you can't buy everything. Okay, just keep going on with things like that. Okay, which one do you prefer? When do you prefer it? Now, you're going to need some comparative adjectives. These are in 9C in the back of our book. For example, Canada is bigger than the USA, or something is more difficult than. Okay, don't forget, better and worse are like good and bad. Okay, when we compare things, we say then. Here are some examples, but I've drawn up a little table for you. Use these ones. I prefer this one because it's cheaper than, or you can say not as expensive as. Okay, Lidl is cheaper than Tesco. Lidl is not as expensive as Tesco. Same thing. Closer than, too far away. Too far away is a problem. Okay, I don't like Morrison's because it's too far away from my house. Okay, Lidl is closer than Morrison's. Better than, not as good as. The food is better than fast food is no, it's not as good as. Is it? Fast food is not as good as fresh food. Home cooked food is better than fast food. More difficult than, easier than. This job is more difficult than that job. That job is easier than this job. Bigger than, smaller than. Okay, smaller than and not as big as are the same thing. Bedford is smaller than London. Bedford is not as big as London. Healthier than, not as healthy as. Fruit and vegetables are healthier than fast food. Fast food is not as healthy as fresh fruit and vegetables. Okay, so there's a little guide for you. Watch the video and see how the people deal with it. It's about 2 minutes per person, so it's not really that long. Just take your time and make sure you describe as much as you can in each picture and say which one you like the most.